foundation of unshakable mindset. Every little comment, every small setback, every minor criticism, if it bothers you, if it gets under your skin, you are giving away your power. You might think the unshakable are people who face fewer problems. That is not true. The truth is, the most unshakable people do not have fewer problems. They have simply mastered how to react. Imagine walking through life truly unfazed. No overthinking, no emotional outbursts, no unnecessary stress. Just complete control over your mind, your reactions, and your emotions. This is not a dream. This is a skill. A skill that, once mastered, grants you freedom that most people will never experience. In this journey, you will learn to act as if nothing bothers you, not out of apathy, not because you do not feel, but because you have chosen to rise above every distraction, every insult, every moment designed to shake you. Life is relentless. The world is noisy, full of distractions, criticisms, and setbacks. Daily frustrations pile up and opinions bombard you from all directions. People's words can sting. Circumstances can frustrate. Yet the greatest strength does not come from avoiding these storms. It comes from mastering your response to them. It comes from walking through the storm without flinching, without losing composure, without surrendering your peace. The key is detachment, the ability to separate your emotions from external circumstances. When you allow the world to dictate your mood, you become a puppet to forces beyond your control. But when you train your mind to remain unmoved, when you respond with clarity and calm, you become the master of your destiny. You move through life with authority, presence, and confidence so profound that it commands respect without a word. Consider history's most influential figures. They were not the ones who reacted impulsively to every slight or criticism. They moved with an air of control, as if they knew something the rest of the world did not. Their strength was not in argument or confrontation. Their strength was in remaining unaffected. This power is timeless. Ancient philosophers, modern leaders, and those who achieve greatness all share this principle. Thought precedes action. What you think, you become. React emotionally to the world and you give away your power. Cultivate an unwavering mindset and the world bends to your will. Control your mind and you control your reality. Imagine someone insults you in public. The natural reaction for most people is anger, retaliation, or self-defense. But what happens when you do nothing? When you simply smile and walk away? You rob the instigator of the power they expected from your reaction. They anticipated a spark. They expected fireworks. And when they don't get it, they are unsettled. You, on the other hand, walk away stronger, untouched, undefeated. This is silent dominance. The same applies to failures. When faced with rejection, defeat, or loss, most people let their emotions take over. They drown in frustration, wasting weeks, months, or even years lamenting over what went wrong. But those who understand indifference see failure differently. Failure is data. It is a lesson. It is an opportunity to adjust, adapt, and move forward. They do not internalize defeat. They observe, learn, and continue. Training your mind and cultivating control. So how do you cultivate this level of control? It begins with training your mind daily. Discipline is not built overnight. It is built in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Start by practicing the habit of pausing before reacting. The next time something provokes you, anger, frustration, annoyance, stop. Breathe. Ask yourself, does this situation truly affect my long-term goals? Is my reaction necessary or am I giving away my power? Every moment you pause instead of reacting, you strengthen your mental armor. That armor shields you from life's trivialities. It protects you from the unnecessary chaos of other people's opinions and petty dramas. With every act of conscious non-reaction, you reclaim a little more control over your life. Another essential tool in your mental toolkit is visualization. See yourself as someone who is unshakable. Picture a version of yourself who does not flinch at insults, who does not crumble under pressure, who moves through challenges with calm precision. Imagine the admiration in people's eyes as they watch you navigate life effortlessly. Your mind is incredibly powerful. What you repeatedly visualize, you become. By embedding this image of yourself into your subconscious, you train your mind to act in alignment with that vision. Let people wonder why nothing rattles you. Let them question how you remain so composed. When you show the world that nothing bothers you, you control the game without even trying. You become an enigma. People admire you, but they cannot quite figure you out. In that mystery lies power. True strength is not about domination or aggression. It is about presence, a presence so strong it does not need to prove itself. A presence that commands respect through silence, through calm, through unwavering control. Master this and you master life. Think about the strongest people you know. They do not react impulsively. They do not allow emotions to dictate their actions. Instead, they pause, assess, and respond with intention. Emotional detachment is not the absence of feeling. It is the mastery of feeling. It is the ability to experience anger, joy, excitement, or sadness without letting those emotions dictate your actions. Picture this: you are in a heated argument. Someone tries to provoke you. Do you react? Or do you remain calm, knowing their words hold power only if you allow them to? Emotional detachment is about refusing to hand over your peace to external forces. It is about understanding that your inner world is sacred and untouchable. When you adopt this approach, stress diminishes, clarity increases, and life's challenges transform from battles into puzzles to solve. What you focus on, you attract. Allow external events to dictate your state of mind, and you become a prisoner of circumstances. Take control of your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, and you become the architect of your own fate. Consider the story of a man who lost everything. His business collapsed, his investments crumbled, and he was left with nothing. Most people would drown in despair, but not him. He saw failure as a lesson, not a tragedy. He understood that his mind was his greatest asset and no external loss could take that away. With this mindset, he rebuilt everything stronger than before. This is the power of detachment. When you stop identifying with setbacks, when you refuse to allow failure to define you, you free yourself to rise above any challenge. Emotional turbulence is the reason most people fail to achieve their goals. They let fear, doubt, and frustration control them. They start with ambition, but abandon their journey at the first obstacle. Those who master detachment understand that emotions are fleeting sensations. They do not allow temporary feelings to derail long-term progress. Instead, they persist with discipline, focus, and clarity. Training yourself to be emotionally detached does not mean becoming cold. It means your emotions serve you, not the other way around. To develop this mindset, practice stepping back in emotionally charged situations. The next time someone insults you, pause, observe your feelings, ask yourself, does this truly affect my life? More often than not, the answer is no. By choosing not to react, you take away their power over you. Detachment also comes from having a clear purpose. When you know your vision, petty distractions no longer shake you. Your focus becomes unbreakable because you understand that your energy is too valuable to waste on what does not serve you. The world belongs to those who master themselves. The more you cultivate emotional control, the more unstoppable you become. While others panic, you remain calm. While others react impulsively, you respond with strategy. This gives you an advantage that few will ever understand. True strength is not about loud displays of power. It is about having an unshakable presence, a presence that commands respect effortlessly. Mastering indifference and reclaiming your power. Once you have begun to master your emotions and detach yourself from unnecessary reactions, the next level is indifference. Life is full of noise, opinions, judgments, criticisms, and distractions. Society constantly teaches us that our worth depends on what others think of us. But the truth is, true freedom comes when you realize that most things simply do not matter. Ask yourself this question the next time you feel overwhelmed by criticism or overthinking. Will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, let it go. Most of the things that trouble us, the fleeting criticisms, temporary setbacks, minor embarrassments, become insignificant with time. Yet we allow them to consume our thoughts, dictate our emotions, and control our actions. This is why mastering indifference is the key to reclaiming your power. Indifference does not mean apathy. It does not mean you stop caring. It means prioritization. It means recognizing that your energy is finite and must be invested wisely. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opinion is worth considering. By letting go of the insignificant, you regain control. You shift from being emotionally reactive to being strategically responsive. And that shift, though subtle, is transformative. Think of the people you admire most. They are not desperate for approval. They are not reacting emotionally to every challenge. They stand firm, unshaken by the noise of the world. They know who they are, and because of that, they cannot be easily manipulated or influenced. Imagine someone criticizes you unfairly. The weak-minded react immediately. They defend themselves, over-explain, or lash out. The strong, they remain calm. They understand that words only have power if they allow them to. By not reacting, they maintain control, not just over the situation, but over themselves. That self-respect commands more respect than any outburst ever could. The same principle applies to success. Those who achieve greatness are not distracted by petty concerns. They are laser-focused on their goals. They refuse to be swayed by irrelevant opinions, dramas, or external judgments. Every moment spent worrying about trivial matters is a moment stolen from their progress. To cultivate this level of indifference, start with self-awareness. The next time anger, frustration, or anxiety arises over something minor, pause, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most often, the answer is no. Let go. Consciously train yourself to redirect your energy to what truly matters. Another powerful tool is setting clear priorities. Define what is truly important in your life, your vision, your growth, your peace of mind. When you have a strong foundation of self-worth, external opinions lose their grip on you. You become untouchable, not because you do not care, but because you care deeply about the right things. This is the secret that most people never realize. True power does not come from seeking approval. It comes from being unmoved by rejection. It comes from walking away from what drains you, from rising above petty conflicts, and from remaining focused in a world full of distractions. Seek approval and you become a prisoner. Dependence on external validation makes you fragile. The reality is, no one's opinion should outweigh your own. The moment you give someone else the power to define your worth, you surrender control of your life. True confidence is built through self-reliance, through knowing you do not need anyone's permission to be yourself. Look at the most magnetic individuals in history. They do not beg for approval. They do not shrink to fit in. They own who they are, flaws and all, and that is what makes them powerful. Their strength lies in an unwavering sense of self. While others chase validation, they walk their own path, unapologetically and with purpose. The need for approval stems from fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of standing alone. But the more you seek approval, the more you surrender your power. Freedom comes when you release the need to be liked by everyone. Universal approval is an illusion. No matter what you do, someone will admire, someone will criticize, and many will remain indifferent. So why waste energy trying to please them all? The people who change the world, leaders, innovators, creators, are not concerned with fitting in. They are driven by vision, purpose, and the fire within. They face criticism yet remain unfazed. Their confidence is built on self-belief, not public opinion. That is what makes them unstoppable. Start by asking yourself, whose opinion truly matters? Often, the loudest voices are those who have never walked your path. Their words carry no weight unless you allow them to. Learn to validate yourself. Acknowledge your own progress. Celebrate wins, big and small. When you recognize your worth internally, external approval becomes irrelevant. Detachment from validation does not mean arrogance or dismissiveness. It means standing firm in your journey. It means respecting your decisions, your goals, and your vision, refusing to let others dictate your path. The moment you stop seeking validation, you start living freely. You move with authenticity, boldness, and purpose. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will support you. And that is okay. The ones who matter will respect you, not because you seek their approval, but because they see someone who cannot be moved. This is the power of self-worth. Handling criticism, staying composed, and letting go. Once you have mastered indifference and the power of self-worth, the next step is learning how to handle criticism and maintain composure under pressure. Life will always challenge you. People will judge, misunderstand, and try to provoke. The question is, how will you respond? Criticism is inevitable. Some of it is constructive, some of it is destructive. Most people crumble at the first sign of disapproval. They take every comment to heart, allowing it to shape their self-identity, dictate their actions, and weaken their resolve. But criticism, in truth, is nothing more than words, opinions, and perspectives, often from people who do not understand your journey. Criticism only has power if you give it power. The strongest individuals remain unmoved. They assess criticism with clarity and logic. They take what is useful and discard the rest. No unnecessary emotion, no overreaction. They filter through logic, not emotion. Constructive criticism, feedback from those who have experience and genuine intentions, is valuable. It helps you grow. But destructive criticism born from jealousy, ignorance, or insecurity is meaningless. Internalize nothing that does not serve your growth. Imagine a sculptor carving a masterpiece. As he works, some admire him, some offer advice, and others mock his efforts. Does he abandon his vision because of negative voices? No, he continues, guided by his inner vision. This is how you must approach criticism. Ask yourself, does this person have the knowledge or experience to judge me? If yes, learn. If no, move on. Most criticism comes from those who have never walked your path. Their words are a reflection of their limitations, not yours. Now consider pressure. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path, unexpected setbacks, and moments of high stress. Many break, many fold, but the strong, they remain unshaken. Why? Because they prepare their minds before the storm arrives. They expect challenge, difficulty, and resistance. When life delivers chaos, they do not panic, they respond strategically. Pressure exposes weaknesses, but it also reveals strength. Most people crack under pressure because they resist reality. They expect life to be smooth, predictable, and within their control. When it is not, they panic, complain, or freeze. Those who train themselves to embrace uncertainty adapt. They move with the chaos, not against it. Think of a seasoned warrior. He does not enter battle expecting an easy fight. He expects resistance, ambushes, and unforeseen threats. Yet he remains composed. Why? Because he has already accepted the reality of conflict. He does not waste energy wishing for ease. Instead, he focuses on execution. You must adopt the same mindset. The world will throw stress, failure, and doubt at you. But if you have trained your mind to remain composed under pressure, nothing can shake you. While others scramble in panic, you move with precision. While others react, you respond. There is immense power in mastering control, not over external events, but over yourself. Another pillar of mental strength is learning to let go of what you cannot control. Suffering often comes from attachment, to outcomes, to expectations, to things outside of your influence. You cling to how you think life should unfold, and when it does not align with your desires, you feel pain. True mental strength lies in acceptance and adaptability. Picture a river. Water flows around obstacles effortlessly. It does not fight the rocks. It does not stop when it meets resistance. It adapts, it finds a path, and it keeps moving forward. This is how you must approach life. Some things will happen regardless of how much you stress over them. Opportunities lost, people who walk away, setbacks you didn't anticipate. You can resist and suffer, or you can adapt and move forward. The choice is always yours. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means shifting your focus to what you can control. Clinging to expectations makes you fragile. It keeps you trapped in frustration, replaying past events and questioning what could have been different. But when you embrace reality, when you accept that some things are beyond your influence, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. The strongest people do not fight against the inevitable. They flow like the river. They move forward untouched by the obstacles in their path. They participate in life fully but refuse to be ruled by its uncertainties. This is detachment, not indifference, not apathy, but a deep understanding that you can care without suffering. Start small. Let go of minor frustrations, the long line at the store, slow traffic, unexpected delays. Observe the relief of not reacting, of refusing to allow external circumstances to dictate your mood. Over time, apply this mindset to bigger challenges. Detachment is a skill. It requires practice, patience, and persistence, but the result is freedom.